Welcome back. I just watched episode 19 of Dragon Ball GT for the first time, and with the last episode, I feel like I had barely anything to say, but with this episode, I feel like I have a lot more to say, because while this was essentially, for the most part, just a fight as well, I feel like there's a lot more in the fight to talk about. So, right off the bat, it picks up where the last episode left off. Goku meets back with Trunks and Pan at their ship, and then General Rills shows up. And it is directly stated that General Rills is stronger than Boo. Now, I don't know which the problem is I don't know which Boo he's talking about. I don't know if because Goku states he's stronger than Boo, but I don't know if he's talking about pure Boo or like regular Majin Buu that's still hanging out on Earth. You know what I mean? But I think the implication is that General Rills is stronger than than Buu was at his strongest. You know what I mean? Like, this is a foe that is stronger than their previous threat. This is a step up. I think that's the implication. And we get some more information on what Mu is exactly planning. He just wants to control the entire galaxy with his, mutant robots, basically. Is just take over everything. I mean, the confusing thing, though, is that, there's, North Galaxy, South Galaxy, East Galaxy, West Galaxy, but it's stated that he only wants to take over the galaxy. Surely if he has the Dragon Balls, he would wish to take over the universe, but whatever. So basically, General Rills, there's no other way to put this. He has the ability to encase people in carbonite. He fires a beam and Trunks just gets encased in carbonite. It's literally, pun not intended, it is a carbon copy. So if you've seen, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, just imagine Han in carbonite. It's literally Trunks in carbonite, and Trunks gets teleported. It's a bit complicated. He gets teleported to the base, and the base teleports him to Dr. Mu, and Dr. Mu is gonna perform experiments on Trunks, basically, just turn him into a mutant. Pan tries to go and save him, but she fails, and then, the room teleports her out, and, at this point, I would be surprised if Gil has a change of heart, or if he joins back with the team. I think Gil is long lost. He's just evil now, which is surprising, but I guess I won't really be able to tell until after the end of the arc. And also, with Trunks stuck at Dr. Mu's, I think that's the indication that, Goku and Pan are going to have to go straight to Mu after this in order to get Trunks back. But Rild is just blasting everything into carbonite, and their ship gets turned into carbonite as well. So now they have no way off the planet, basically. But the rest of this episode is the fight between Goku and Rild, and if I'm being honest, it's nothing spectacular. There are a few explosions. There's nothing really blood-pumping or amazing about it. And it doesn't help that, they keep cutting back and forth between the fight and Pan's search for Trunks. At the end of the episode, Goku goes Super Saiyan, and Rild sort of absorbs the robots from the last episode and turns into hyper mega Rild. So now he's assuming, I was assuming he's even more powerful now, but these Dragon Ball GT fights, I think it's just so far, I don't want to write off Dragon Ball GT fights, but there really isn't anything as blood pumping or tension filled as, the previous series. I know, this is just the first episode of a fight, but it really isn't, like, I should give them more time to warm up with the fight, but still, it isn't anything to write home about. The fighting, the choreography. I guess I'll just talk about, like, I am still invested despite that. Like, I'm not, again, this is not, like, an arc to write home about. I've displayed my hopes that'll wrap up hopefully soon. At this rate, I think we might go on for 25 or 30 episodes with this arc, but, Rild, here's another thing. Like, so far, none of the designs of the, like, villains are good. Like, they're all really ugly designs compared to Akira Toriyama's. Which is a shame, because I would, like, they go for these ridiculous designs that just, like, they don't look intimidating or sleek or anything, and it's like, I really miss Akira Toriyama's villain designs, which, like, I know Akira Toriyama did do character designs for this series. I don't know which ones are designed by him. I'm assuming, like, some of the main cast, maybe. But I don't think that General Rild and Dr. Mu are designed by Akira Toriyama. They look much more like in the style of what Toei would come up with when they needed original villains and such. But, yeah, I don't think these villains aren't ones to write home about, but I am hoping that the fight picks up a bit more in the next episode, like we get a bit more tension. I'm wondering if Goku's going to have to go Super Saiyan 2, because I'm not sure if he can go Super Saiyan 3 as a kid, but I'm thinking he might go Super Saiyan 2. If this was Toriyama writing it, then I don't think he would go Super Saiyan 2, because Toriyama forgot that Super Saiyan 2 existed, but since it's other people, he might go Super Saiyan 2. We'll have to see. With that said, I am curious. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're going to defeat General Rild, and then they're going to use the teleporter, which teleported Trunks, in order to transport themselves to Dr. Mu's planet, since their transport has been destroyed. And then I think the climax is going to go down at Dr. Mu's. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen for, the next episode. I mean, not the next episode, but how they're going to continue the arc on, because their ship's basically destroyed. Unless they find some way to undo the carbonite process, they can't get it back or use it. But yeah, that was episode 19. I'm thinking, I don't know how much longer this arc can go on for. I'm thinking we're going to have some fights and some stuff with Rilds, then we're going to get into it with Mu, and then that might be it. But we'll see. I know I say we'll see all the time, but I really mean I'll see. I'm sort of mixed, because I'm invested, but at the same time I want it to be over, you know what I mean? And that's not to say I hate GT or dislike it. I mean, it has its problems. It's mostly just that, like, compared to the other material, it does not hold up. You know what I mean? But I do want to give GT more of a chance. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do after this arc. And I don't mean to be so negative, because I know if you're, like, a GT fan, you're probably really tired of me going, like, okay, I want this arc to end episode after episode after episode. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not hating it or anything. I'm invested. I'm not regretting my decision to watch these episodes. I don't think it's really a waste of time. It's interesting to see, how they continue the series on without Toriyama's guidance. So, but it just lacks that, like, oomph that the official stuff by Toriyama has. Like, the designs really are outlandish and not very pleasing. I mean, the robots look fine, actually. I do like the designs of a lot of the robots in this series. But General Rild and Dr. Mu, they just look like filler characters. Like, they look like the kind of characters that would show up in one of the original movies, you know what I mean? Like, they're just so, like, their color scheme and their design, it just does not feel, it doesn't have the same level of quality that the designs by Toriyama have. And maybe they'll pull something out, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they'll come up with a really good design for the big bad at the end. Maybe General Rild will turn into a robot mutant himself, and it'll be this big epic fight, and it'll be a really good design, and maybe it'll be a really satisfying ending. But the big question for me as well that I'm wondering is what they're going to do about the other Dragon Balls, because they only have 3, and I just, they got to come from somewhere, and they've built up Dr. Mu as the villain, so they gotta get him. Like, they can't just defeat Dr. Mu and then have this anticlimactic ending where they collect the rest of the Dragon Balls and that be it. Like, Dr. Mu is definitely the big villain of this arc, but they're nowhere close to collecting the other Dragon Balls, so I don't know what's gonna happen. But I am interested to see what they're gonna do, how they're gonna wrap it up. I think we still have quite a few more episodes of the arc to go, but I hope you enjoyed this this rambly review. If you enjoyed it, then please check out the other episodes. I'm watching through Dragon Ball GT for the first time, and I'm doing a review of every single episode, so check those out and stay tuned for the rest.